So how are you feeling that you're getting interviewed by your husband? Listen, my introduction may not be the best, so let's just keep this.
Should I introduce myself? Like Vivian, or we just go ahead? Just go ahead.
Just like a Sunday.
A couple of years ago, I I came out on my social media and I told the public that I had been in a physically abusive relationship. And so when that happened,
Yeah.
it opened a whole new door because people had never thought that I had, I could be physically abused. And of course, there were silly comments like, lakini wanaume, yani unapiga sura nzuri kama hiyo, such things, eh? Yeah. Why are you laughing? What's wrong with you? So stupid. Your face looks like this.
No, this is just how I look when I'm just like that. So let's just continue.
So anyway, there's this one. A young lady said, "Hi, I'm a dropout and I have 2 kids. I have been staying in a toxic relationship. I'm 20 years. All I ask is a job so that I can be able to get out of this relationship and bring up my kids. Because if I continue staying here, I will die and leave them. Please, if you have any job, hata kama ni ya kufua, you can offer." And I think especially you, because you have access to all the social media pages,
Yeah.
these messages are like all over. Nipatie kazi yoyote ya kufua ya nini. I have kids. I've even had instances in the supermarket, at a restaurant, where someone, like there's a time I was eating at a restaurant nearby and I was in a meeting, and I think I told you about it. And the meeting had continued for a while, and then one of the waiters came in and told me, excuse me, Vivian, now, there's a lady who's been waiting for you for about an hour outside. And I've just decided to tell you because she's now really become persistent and all those things. And so I talked to the girl, and she said, nimpatie kazi yote, hata kama ni ya kufua. She's a single mother of 2 kids, and she's really struggling. The husband left, and I also want to tell my own story because, you see, you cannot be an advisor telling people what to do, and they don't know the journey that you've been in. And recently I was at a meeting, and I was asked about my past, and so I had to talk about and sort of like relive experiences that I've had. I had to talk about the fact that I've been physically abused, that I had to leave a relationship that was very young. Okay, the first part, let me start from the top, is when I finished school after a couple of years, 3 years afterwards, I got pregnant and I got into a relationship. And it was a good relationship actually. But we were both very young. And so, for many reasons, especially now when I got into the entertainment and me myself, I was just making so many stupid mistakes. That relationship had to end. And so I had to completely restructure myself, and not only myself, but my baby as well, because here I am, I'm young, I don't know who I am, I have a baby that I have to take care of. And so that is where I think things really started turning for me, because now it stopped being about me. And so I went about the business of picking my life together. I did hustles, I looked for jobs, and then now I got in the entertainment industry, and that place now almost broke me. It almost finished me because I'm just from a relationship that was not really very mature, and then now I'm here, I'm raising my daughter. I'm living with her. I'm trying to be a good mom and trying to provide and bills to pay and all those things. And then I started going out with some guy. I have I cannot even explain for the life of me why. And this guy one day decides to mercilessly beat me. And so I was so shocked because I was already broken and then I was being broken again and again. I realized that I never really want to speak about what my life has been, and especially maybe the more painful memories. And I have, especially now in my life, especially when I traveled to the US, I needed a break. I mean, dealing with public life and trying to stay relevant and being in a new relationship that was public and just trying to reconcile all that and trying to maintain my essence. I said, when that trip came and everything worked out, I was so excited. So I went to the US, and when I came back, I felt like, now I have all the solutions and I have everything. Until now, what I've just said recently, it hit me that I never really acknowledged that I went through pain. And then I focused so much on the healing, on being better, on what, but not really taking care of myself and even forgiving myself and forgiving those situations and forgiving even the guy who beat me and forgiving my first relationship which failed, and just being at peace with what my life is and what it's been, and realizing that that's my story, you know.
Like a Sunday. Them